Hello everyone and welcome to 2023 IQA World Cup here in hot and humid Richmond, Virginia, United States. You are joining us on pitch 5. We're about to get started with Norway and Hong Kong. Hong Kong so far today is 0-2. Norway today is 0-2 as well, I believe. Hong Kong is 0-3, I've just been informed. This will be their final game of the day.
Norway is 0-2 actually.
Yeah, Norway has losses to United States and Belgium. They will face African nations after this game. Glenn, what are you looking for in this game from Team Norway?
From Team Norway, speaking of what they did against us, I think they should man mark a little bit tighter, look for more of intercepting passes and getting after that Quadball. I think their beater play is as impressive as it's ever been. I mean, Stein, Eglatun, and is one of the best beaters in Europe. What they tend to do though is they go a little bit overkill on bludger play, causing like a little small no bludgers for the Hong Kong chasers. And I'm especially in Hong Kong looking at number 11. I think it's Lee for Hong Kong, Mike Lee. He did a really good job against us. He's a really strong driver. I was really impressed by him. So if Norway goes, like we say in Belgium, full gas on the beater play, I think he has quite a few openings to make some shots. So I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, I expect similar things. Watching African nations, Hong Kong, early this morning, Hong Kong certainly looked their best when they had dodgeball control and really were looking to create driving lanes for players like Mike Lee. Mm-hmm. When they didn't have control, they really didn't have much going on the offensive end.
Yeah, and they're about to start.
So we are underway. It is going to be Lee versus Strandon on this run-up for the quad ball.
As beaters go, it's I think it's Niall Zimmerman
and Tim Kwan.
Yeah, that Niall normally a chaser, but as you can see, really quick on his feet and just manages to get the bludger.
So Strandon, Strandon here, quad ball with Norway as well as dodgeball control. Mike Lee gonna play point on Strandon. Pass comes near side to Ivsberg, marked high with a dodgeball.
Ooh, nice.
Pass behind and then in front. Give the assist to Jutmeyer. Give the goal to Lens.
Jakob Lens, very big guy, very good shooter. Stine, who started that play on the left wing as well, giving the first pass. Very skilled shooter as well. So they have a lot of good shooters, Norway. So I'm looking for that. But the problem is that Hong Kong is playing a 3-hoop defense, which I personally dislike a lot. But,
Lee to just Sang can't pull it down. It's going to go out of bounds. And Stina Evsberg is going to inbound it here for Norway. Strandon, the near side option. I believe that's now Bjelland in far side option for Evsberg.
3 people up top.
Jutmeyer behind.
Woo!
Strandon doesn't need them, takes it himself. 2-0 Norway early.
Nice play by Stein again.
Yeah, the Norwegian beaters are at their best when they're being aggressive, just so long as they don't overextend.
Exactly, because they, like as you see now, they're both set up quite high, which leaves a lot of space behind. So Fraser Posford now going to the right side.
Yeah.
And as you see, like the long pass is possible. So there
Posford puts it home, 2-1 Hong Kong or Norway in the lead. But Strandon immediately goes the other way, gets around Sang, shoots high, no good. And that's going to be Hong Kong ball. Looks like Hong Kong scouted Norway was going to run this 2-2 press and bring both beaters to the top. And they're content to have Mike Lee just rocket it to that back far corner and hope that person can beat one defender and nail a shot.
Ooh, nice jump for number 14 from Hong Kong. Little
Yep, Sharoma Chow there with the dodge for Hong Kong. She and Tim Kwan playing a lot of beater minutes for Hong Kong here as Lee goes the far side of the pitch.
I think there's a little call of a resetting after being beat by Hong Kong, but I'm not sure because I'm not a certified ref. I should not talk too hard, but like the goal that Fraser Posford scored as well is like the one problem I talked about before is that Norway leaves a lot of space behind those hoops, and as the beaters are setting up quite high, there's a lot of space there, and if you have like the instincts to get the ball and immediately push forward, there's the shot there if their hoop defender steps out, and
Definitely.
that's perfectly what.
And I would
favored
say
it.
that lower defender on the opposite half from where Mike Lee is ball carrying, you really need to expect the pass
Yeah,
there because you
exactly.
can't block a shot. Mike Lee can't hit
No,
that
no.
near side hoop from where he's standing.
Exactly. I agree. Like if you see that the shot is way too far or the shot is very unlikely, I prefer to see you step out on passing options so that they can give that big loopy pass. Excuse
So
my
Mike
French.
Lee,
Big
oh,
drive.
gets
Oh.
hit twice but spins out of it and finishes with authority. Hong Kong ties it up 2-2.
Sheesh. I like he's an American-based player as well, Lee, and I noticed that you do like your posters.
Yes.
Like it's not the first time I've seen an American player go absolutely to town on that top hoop, which is really cool
No,
to see.
people wish there were style points,
Oh.
and Sina Eschberg jukes Mike Lee out of his broom, but the pass is then broken up by Sharoma Chow's beat. Hosford now going to take it up near side.
That's what Stina does best, like the little pass fake and then passes by you. Really, really well done.
Oh, great catch there from Team Norway in the beating game as Posford gets it to Lee. Lee rips a shot high, no good. That was Meta Sundal with the catch. Tim Kwan goes for the kick back to his own side. Oh!
Stein tried something
Stein
there, a little
Algethen.
too optimistic.
Yeah, but can't get the catch, but it is going to create time for Norway as they are able to score. The pass goes far side to the keeper. That was Zimmerman
Njal
with the goal.
Zimmerman. He's a really, really fast player. I had the privilege to commentate one of his games at the European Quidditch Cup. It was the first game of the day. I think he scored like at least 70% of their goals. He was just too fast to follow by the opponents. Really, really well. Really good player, actually.
Yep, Norway certainly. They're looking for a new middle hoop on the Norwegian defensive half here. The one that was on the sideline was deemed kind of just as misshapen.
It's a bit too much force on that one.
Unsure how long this equipment stoppage is going to be, but I don't see any hoops around, so we're going to go ahead and take the timeout along with the ref crew here. All right, we're back. The head referee, Michael Clark-Bolner, did his best to just bend the hoop back into shape. It's looking better now as Posford gives it off to Lee, and Hong Kong now moving up the pitch. 3-2 Norway is the score.
It's actually, I would have expected Norway to pull away a little bit quicker, but still a lot of time left on the clock, of course.
Lee goes far side, Sang. Oh, cuts middle. Ooh. Oh, the pass goes to Lee. Shot's no good, pass doesn't connect. Norway gets the stop. But the second effort there from Nicholas Fu really slows Norway down, prevents them from fast breaking.
Very scrappy play so far, I have the feeling. Like the beaters are working a lot, the chasers are working a lot.
Lynchfield is going to clear a lane here for Eschberg. Goes right side. Keeper over the top.
Ooh, that's Jacob Lenz.
Behind Lenz.
Oh.
The shot is deflected, but it goes through 4-2 Norway.
A little bit lucky, because I don't know about the decision-making wise if you should shoot against a three-hoop defense, but this one, it works out, so...
Had enough force to score even off the deflection.
I mean, if you're happy, that works out. But
Yep.
I wouldn't go back to it as much as a high percentage play. 'Cause
Mike Lee just rips one, no good. I think Mike Lee is getting frustrated here.
Yeah.
I saw this in the African Nations game. As passing options don't open up, he's becoming not so patient. He rips a shot. I think early on in the day he was being patient, ended up getting beat out, and the other team would just be able to run a fast break on him.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to do a little bit too much by himself there. I don't know if that's the way to go at this point, because you're still in range. So as long as you have the volleyball, the other team doesn't. So
Yeah.
they don't score.
So Haugen, far side, gets it back up to Strandon. Strandon
Clearing a lane as well.
wants to go through Lee, goes left, gets through him, and goes around the corner on Sang.
Very nice play by Norway. Unfortunately, I do have to leave because I have a game in about half an hour. So it was lovely that you would have me, and I hope to see you all again soon.
Thank you very much, Glenn. Best of luck to you. If anybody wants to catch that, it's going to be the Belgium-USA game later on pitch 4. So Lee now taking it up the field. Driving in, gets it to Sang. Sang cannot handle the pass, is able to pick up their own rebound. Pause forward, gets the block off, gets it back up to Lee. It's knocked down. Strandon comes away with it. Strandon has teammates going down the pitch available. Alex Lay, though, back with a dodgeball. Mike Lee picks up Strandon, goes to Ivsberg. Ivsberg right through the middle hoop. She's not going to miss that, and it's 6-2 Norway. And Fraser Posford from Hong Kong, head coach, is going to call timeout. So, status check in this game. After going up 2-0, Norway gave up 2 quick goals to Hong Kong. Norway gave up 2 quick goals to Hong Kong, pardon me there, to tie it up at 2. And since then, Norway has gone on a 4-0 run to make this one 6-2. Norway really spreading the wealth here. Lots of goals from lots of different players. Obviously, their passing is a high point of their team. And really for Team Hong Kong, I'm surprised after early on trying to work Mike Lee to the far side at the top, get it back. First it was just Sang, then it was Fraser Posford. Posford did come away with the goal on that kind of cross-pitch pass. I'm surprised that Hong Kong hasn't gone back to that, as not much else has been working for them. Meanwhile, Norway, I see a lot of smiles in that huddle. They are feeling good. Again, they do really need a win here, and then they'll be playing African nations for the final spot in brackets tomorrow, coming out of Pool A. Belgium and USA, 2 gold medal hopefuls, again, are both in this pool, which has really made it tough for the other 3 teams. And again, as I said when Glenn left, the USA-Belgium game will be on pitch 4. It is the next game slotted to start there, and I think it will be close to starting on time, as the England-France game preceding it has ended.
I've been told to relieve you.
So as we slowly wait to get restarted here, Mike Lee is going to be quadball carrying for Hong Kong. Dodgeball control is still with Norway. Queenie Wong and Alex Lay, beaters for Hong Kong, as Alec Weber checks into this game for Hong Kong as well. Mike Lee content to keep this one really slowly, waste some time here to try to prevent Norway from scoring too much before 20 minutes. To Sang. Sang comes down with it. Cannot finish through the contact of Eshberg, and Norway's looking to run. Far side Strandon, met by Sang. Comes near side, gets to Eshberg. Continues his run. Strandon goes deep. Hogan Shaw. Far side had run the crossing pattern. Eshberg. Fakes right, goes left to Strandon. Strandon behind. Oh, and a great delay there for Mari Jutmeyer. Getting all of Team Hong Kong off their feet. Getting the good goal. 7-2 Norway. So Mike Lee again slowly. The goal referee is just letting the head ref know what he saw. Unsure if he thought there was a beat before or that the ball just didn't go through the hoop. There's going to be a discussion. Looks like we're just going to go with the head referee's initial call, though, of a good goal there, keeping the score 7-2 Norway. All right, so we are underway again here. Again, Wong and Lei looking to get control back. Lei in front of Lee. Lee Marked by Strandon, goes over the top to Weber. Oh, easily intercepted there by Haugen Shaw. He wants to run. He's going to run. Mike Lee tries to beat him back. Does get in front, but runs too far. And Haugen Shaw gets the easy fast break goal, 8-2. Absolutely no hesitation from the Norwegian team after that interception led to being able to beat Mike Lee to the spot there and score that goal. Mike Lee now getting it to Weber, this time successfully, and he is able to score 8-3 Norway, but Strandon wants to run immediately back the other way. There's no one back. We're just trading goals, 9-3. That last goal was allowed because the Norwegian beaters were trying to really mess with the third bludger. They did so legally, but it really did distract them from the quad ball game there. As Tim Kwan kicks one back. So coming way from behind is Team Norway with the dodgeball here. The pass gets forward to Schmidt-Fjellmeyer. Schmidt-Fjellmeyer is going to be ball handling. Nope, gets it over to the keeper, and then one more pass further right. Great little pass, handoff play. Back to the top, and then one more pass down to Zimmerman. He can't handle it. It was behind him. Zimmerman marked by Weber, gets it back to the top of the key. Looking to cut around Mike Lee. Oh, the great catch and throw, but no good. Oh, and a big hit from Mike Lee is going to prevent the goal there, taking down Bjelland, and Hong Kong gets a stop.
Very nice stop there from Hong Kong, really bringing everybody into the play.
So I'm now joined by Clay Dockery, and we have a rotating booth. Hopefully I'll be able to stay the whole way, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Mike Lee moving up the pitch. Elgathun wants to press, gets it to Weber deep. Weber driving, the pump fake. No, missed beat, but then just throws it right into the hands of Helbust.
Unfortunately, Helbust was on the other team.
So pass goes ahead again to the keeper, gets around the corner, over the top of Mike Lee, but also over the top of his teammate Helbust.
And it's cleaned up by Heto.
Yep, Toe is able to knock that one down, eventually finding the hands of Mike Lee. As Zimmerman just could not find Helbust on that pass. Norway has 2 stops in a row. We'll see if they build off this momentum as they lead or trail 9-3 here.
Emma Sharona Chow with a lot of energy out there, yelling up the teammates, getting a lot of trying to encourage them to really get back into this game.
Yeah, Posford now in for Mike Lee. Mike Lee's first time subbing out this game. Trading passes with Weber. Posford just takes the middle. Oh, the shot is no good on the top hoop. Knocked down, fought for by Luck, but it's not to be as Zimmerman comes down with this one for Norway. Zimmerman's looking to take speed right up the pitch. Passes it forward to Schmidt-Fjellmer. She's marked by Posford. Runs a crossing pattern, gets it to Bjelland. Bjelland rips it, right through the hands of Zimmerman. But Zimmerman is first there anyway to pick it up. This time to Bjelland. Bjelland right through that hoop to stop the scoring drought.
So that makes it 10-3. Norway adds to their score, apparently finally. But Hong Kong continues to try to do something to break through this Norway defense.
Indeed, the Norway defense has been very aggressive. They've held control the whole time. Tim Kwan does make a beat on the point defender. Pass goes over the top, over the head of Toe, and Norway gets another stop with Stein Elgathun not even having to throw his bludger there.
This is Zimmerman bringing the quad ball back up through the center.
Yep, Zimmerman middle, goes far side.
Hong Kong tries to set their trees.
And a shot right through the middle. Hey Toe, just no height on that middle hoop. The shot goes through to make it 11-3.
Yeah, that's not going to be very effective with that lack of height in the center.
Indeed.
Fraser Posford with the quad ball.
Yep, Lenz now checking back into the game, playing a high point for Norway. Posford is content to keep this one slow and try to let Tim Kwan get back into the play. He passes his dodgeball to Kimberly Huang. As Posford finally gets across half, he's really tiptoeing that line as Norway's beaters show press. He's used his reset, cannot get the block. That's a huge play from Sundahl.
But it looks
off broom there from Norway. Lenz, that's going to be a turnover to Jakob Lenz, unless he's been beat out. It's certainly going Norway's way as
Toe came off broom.
Toe came off broom as he tried to dive on that ball. So Jakob Lenz with toe off broom, all he has to do is beat Fraser Posford here as Kimberly Huang is in front of the hoops but does not have a dodgeball.
And unfortunately, Tim Kwan also no dodgeball. So no dodgeballs and only one quadball player in this as well.
Yep, Lenz should just be able to sprint left and get an uncontested goal here.
Kwan is going to try to get to that dodgeball on the far side and get it back into the play, but that's a lot of steps for both players.
Yep, so the head ref is just confirming what we already knew, that toe had been off ball.
Off broom.
And there's no third dodgeball interference as well. So. And we're off. Lenz does go left. Posford can't quite get there. 12-3 Norway.
Yeah, Lenz. There was not going to be much that Hong Kong could do to stop Lenz on that play, and Lenz immediately subs out. It's a whole line change for Norway. Well, a medium-sized line change.
Yeah, Norway really cycling through all 21 players here. Posford carrying it up as Alex Lay and Queenie Wong back into this one. Dodgeballs in hand. Lay makes a beat, but then is beat out himself by Mette Sundal. Posford, anyway, marked by the keeper of Norway, just launches one up. It's intercepted by Bjelland. Bjelland sprinting up the pitch. Stranded the near side option, but Strandon calls for Bjelland to take it himself, which he does. 13-3 Norway.
Yeah, and Hong Kong did not have a chance to get back on that. They have no... They tried to make a play for dodgeball control, weren't able to get it, and then that left them with nothing, and their quadball defenders were also not able to get back. Basically the worst possible series of events for the Hong Kong team.
Indeed. So Sundal beats out Lay well before the quadball passes half. And we do have a whistle as Strandon was playing aggressive defense against Posford. Looks like there's going to be more conversations around this third dodgeball immunity sort of thing. Essentially, if one player from Norway has a dodgeball in hand and another player is standing on top of two of them, Hong Kong does not have immunity. They've been doing that. Hong Kong is going in with a fist raised to signal immunity, and Norway is saying that should be a foul. Which indeed they are right. You are not allowed to claim immunity when you're not actually eligible for it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that these Hong Kong beaters have seen this strategy before, and Tim Kwan now wants the live stream to know how Hong Kong feels about it. They think it's illegal. Norway is certainly walking the line with it, but certainly it's up to the refs to discuss this one.
So, in order for it to no longer be a situation in which that is defending, Tim Kwan has a point in the sense that that's not a legitimate attempt at anything. So I would say it's basically still in the possession of that player, but
right.
I haven't seen much of this, not having been here for most of this game, but
Norway's been doing it the whole game. Michael Clark-Polner did just say it is legal. I guess the refs will be watching for it. Posford launches one to Lee. Lee catches it off the bounce and just rips it to no one. Norway picks it up. They're sprinting up the pitch now. It's in the hands of Bjelland. Bjelland, no look pass to Strandon. Oh, Strandon with the fake and then the poster himself.
Yeah, Strandon with a dunk through the tall hoop. I will say with Michael Clark-Polner being one of the main architects of the IQA rulebook and me being one of the main architects of the USQ rulebook, that was always the intention, was for that not to be guarding in that way. So I try not to make judgment calls out here, but I can tell you that because I've been a part of those conversations.
Indeed. I mean, I can say as someone who primarily used to play beater when I played, I hate it when teams do that, but there's nothing illegal about it.
Yeah.
Posford now moving up the pitch. Sharoma Chow in front with the dodgeball. Alex Lay without a dodgeball for Hong Kong. Pretty aggressive look here from Zimmerman and Lindfjeld. Posford just throws it. Jorstad knocks it down. Going to be a stop for Norway as Jorstad falls on top of it and then looks to run herself. Yeah. There's just two players back here. The pass goes to Lenz. Lenz floats one up top.
Oh, missed that.
Missed shot there from Zangenfeld.
But Lenz is able to clear it up. Through. Yes. What does that make the score?
15-3 is the score in favor of Norway. Posford makes it live, gets it to Lee, and goes for the sub. Alec Weber now going to be in green. We are quickly approaching the 15-minute mark at the first natural stoppage, or kind of dead time after 15 minutes. We will blow it dead for a heat stoppage. Lee finally getting over halfway. Tim Kwan makes the beat, was immune there, in fact. Lee drives through, fakes. Oh, it bounces it off the tee. No good. Weber picks it up, gets the good block, and then just a missed beat secondarily. Cannot make a third dodge.
That third.
Oh, huge catch there from Vilde Lindfjeld right before the heat break there to keep control with Norway. And with that, the score remains 15-3, and we are going to take the heat break along with the players. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, everyone, out of this 15-minute heat and water break. Again, the score is 15-3 in favor of Norway. So we get the whistle there from MCP, a very strong whistler. One of his many qualifications here as a head referee. So
Yes.
Norway gets the stop. They are going to start with quad ball. They also have dodgeball control here. And we'll see if they have a set play or look to run out of this stoppage. Looks like Elizabeth Jorstad near side could really get down the pitch and look for a pass here for Norway.
Where is the quad ball? Oh, back in
The
back.
quad ball is behind an AR from our vantage point.
Okay.
Tim Kwan also has a dodgeball right on top there. The passing option is Haugen Shaw, and Shaw does immediately get the handoff as they were in the keeper zone. He's immune from being beat. And there goes the pass to Jorstad over her head. Fu fighting for it, pushed from behind.
And that's
Doesn't
gotta be
look
called.
like there's going to be a call. Oh, the goal ref wants to call it as Lenz gets beat out. Mike Lee picks it up. We're going to stop to talk about it. The goal ref was the only one with their hand in the air, and it's great to see that a goal ref wants to make this call and have a discussion with Michael Clark-Polner about it. But with no ARs and no HR hand in the air, be a little bit surprised if Hong Kong gets a foul here.
Looks like MCP has listened to this situation.
Yeah, Fraser Posford now, head coach for Hong Kong, coming in to talk with the head referee. Really, I like the idea, as I kind of talked about it before the break, the Haugenshaw pass to Jorstad, just a little bit too floated. Quite honestly, I think it's one of those plays that is so low percentage most of the time that Norway doesn't practice it. It's kind of the one pass they're not good at.
Yes. Those passes are hard to catch.
There's no foul on the play. It's called no harm, no foul. I think because there were dodgeballs in the area, they were going to determine that Team Norway was not going to recover that quad ball regardless. But in all the chaos, Kwan and Sharoma Chow do now have dodgeball control as they walk Weber up the field. Now Hong Kong moving with speed. Weber goes left, slows it up.
Rachel Lee behind the hoops.
Yeah.
Michael Lee here on the near side.
Yeah, Weber looks around for his options, gets the keeper off his feet, gets it over to Lee. Lee
Michael
just
Lee
drives straight through, goes
has a
left,
look at the
goes
hoop
right.
and gets it through.
Oh, the style points. And then the second Hong Kong player there putting it through a second time just for good measure.
Yeah.
Haugenshaw up the pitch. Looks like Lenz wants to set a screen. Nothing doing, goes to the deep corner. That was Zagenfiend. Goes back up top to Haugenshaw. Jorstad near side option up top. As Lenz gets beat out and then his subs in after he taps up.
Hong Kong with the two dodgeballs finally able to set their defense the way they want with the three trees, the high point defenders.
And a great tackle there from Mike Lee.
Mike Lee's cleared out.
Jorstad is beat out as well. That's going to be another stop for Hong Kong. And as you pointed out, Clay, now kind of with control, Hong Kong has more of a chance to set the pace here.
Yes. Once again, sending up both Sharoma Chow and Tim Kwan to try to open up some space for this offensive side of the ball.
Tim Luck also checks into the game. Luck and Lee behind. Mike Lee ball handling up top with Weber. Bjelland gets beat out as he plays point defense on Lee. Lee has Kwan in front. Lee drives. No look pass to Weber. Weber pump fake. The beat missed, but Haugenshaw read that pass beautifully. Knocks it away. Looks to run.
Gets around Michael Lee.
Yeah, Bjelland.
Oh,
Easy finish from Bjelland, 16-4. Haugenshaw did a great job of slowing up when he saw the dodgeball back and then passing around the dodgeball to ensure that goal.
Yeah, that stutter step also threw Lee off and gave it just an open lane to the hoops there.
Weber just sprinting down. Exchange of dodgeballs is going to lead to control for Norway, but a chance for Hong Kong.
Oh,
And Hong Kong gets the stop. Jess Sang goes down. We're going to take the injury stoppage.
walking off the field, which is great.
So Just Sang walks off the field under their own power. I think it was kind of a shot to the eye there. So there is not going to be a foul on the play, and Team Norway does have the ball here in the hands of Zagenfiend. Immediately passes to keeper Haugen Shaw. Haugen Shaw is going to walk this one up the pitch.
Bellin coming right behind, and here comes the dodgeball to give a convoy as well.
Yeah. The pass goes
Sandvik here
far
on the near
side,
side.
Bjelland. Sandvik near side option. Zagenfiend, the corner option, who just swapped with Bjelland. Bjelland over the top, Haugen Shaw. Haugen Shaw knocked down by Mike Lee. Two players bad at it. That was definitely after. We're going to call no harm, no foul, I think, because there were no Norwegian quadball players in the vicinity there.
Stoppage by MCP to converse with the referees, make sure that's what they want to call here, I think.
That was pretty clearly a pass after beat, which is unfortunate if it is a turnover to Norway, because there were no Norwegian players there. Simply dropping the quad ball easily still would have resulted in Hong Kong quad ball possession.
And in yet another detriment to our timing, I see John Smutney.
Yep, John Smutney will be the flag runner for this pitch. If you've caught any games with him flag running earlier today, you know he is certainly a difficult flag runner to catch. And in this rule set where a catch needs to happen to end the game, we could be here for a long time. That is, in fact, why this pitch is so much more delayed than the other two.
Looks like we're 18 minutes and 32 seconds in. It is 16-4. Norway with a sizable advantage at the moment.
Norway with a very sizable advantage. Certainly they need this win. There is no scenario where them advancing is going to come down to quaffle points, although I do think that will affect seeding tomorrow against other teams who go 2-2 if Norway is able to defeat African nations later on today. Weber bringing up the quad ball. Kwan in front. Weber gets it to Lee, left side. Lee also has Kwan in front. Content to keep it slow here. Queenie Wong works her way around to try to win control. Tim Kwan with a big beat throw. Mike Lee takes it around the corner, far side. Goes up over the top to Luck. Over the head of Luck, however.
Yeah, too high.
Oh, and a good little soccer play here from Bjelland. 2 kicks are allowed in the IQA rules. Haugen Shaw gets the feed, finishes the alley-oop, 17-4.
All right. That's so many little rules that are so different in all these different rule sets. And
I will say, though, I love he took advantage of that, and that is kind of in my top 10 goals of the day in terms of how cool it looked.
It definitely looked cool. It had a nice football feel to it.
So Mike Lee takes the space as the dodgeball's hit the ground, drives through contact, gets beat before he can put it through. No, he doesn't. It's called good.
Good from Mike Lee.
17-5 now. Norway looking to push the pace at Strandon. Strandon slows up, gets it near side Sandvik. Sandvik. Oh, great move around Luck
by Sandvik. I love it.
To put the goal away.
And the Seekers are about ready to go in. We have a Kimberly Huang for Hong Kong and
Christian Beza for Norway, and Seekers are released at the 20-minute mark here. Lay does beat out Beza and is immediately beat for his efforts as Weber now, no dodgeballs.
Drives the top of the middle hoop.
Rips one off that top hoop. Does not go in. Goes out of bounds. Norway gets the stop. Daniel Corneliusson now in dodgeball for Team Norway. His partner is Hella Hugdal. So we get Sandvik bringing it across pitch, directing traffic. Strandon runs a crossing route. Sandvik, all the room in the world, met by Weber. Goes behind. Oh, and a good stiff arm, a second stiff arm, gets it to Sandvik. Sandvik up to Strandon. Strandon, oh, off the crossbar and down.
Oh, Jumpmeyer. Jumpmeyer goes over the top trying to get to that quad ball. That's a lot of contact that may go against one of the players underneath the hoops over there. Jumpmeyer's going to get the quad ball back.
And Timothy Luck is going to make his way to the box. First ever card for Timothy Luck there. So Mari Jumpmeyer is going to elect to take this one way deep. She's allowed to start there. She has Sandvik, Strandon, and a third player here, options for her. That's Schmidt-Fjellmer. The pass does eventually make its way to Schmidt-Fjellmer. She takes her space, drives, misses high in the top hoop, and that's going to be a stop for Hong Kong as they now need to look to kill the penalty to Luck. Beza beat out after having quite a long look at the snitch. Kimberly Huang now with some time of her own. Looks like Norway is content to keep their dodgeballs in the quad ball game here, and if Hong Kong catches, so be it.
Beza making aggressive moves to try to get Smutny quickly here.
Weber slowly up the pitch, gets it to Mike Lee. Mike Lee sang in front, putting on the black headband now. Lee fakes a basketball shot, and then a two-handed pass, gets it through to Hey-To, but it's knocked out, no good. Strandon takes off the other way. Strandon, oh, the dodgeball comes back, but Lei drops it. It was bar and out from Hong Kong, no good. Mike Lee is saying the circus shot went in. Any of you are ice hockey fans, that was a zero-angle shot that went in off the top of the bar. The only way it could go through is by banging in. Mike Lee actually went over to Strandon to congratulate him on the good goal.
Yeah,
but
everybody says it goes in except for Michael Clark-Pollner, and Michael Clark-Pollner is
well,
the only
no,
one
but and the goal ref also definitely said it went through. I think everybody said it's good except the ref crew.
That's what I said. I said everybody said it went in except for Michael Clark-Pollner. Assistant referee Brian Nakasha says it went in.
Oh, does he? The goal ref definitely said no good. The goal ref is pleading the case now. He definitely was looking at Mike Lee and making the no goal signal.
And
goal is good.
The one person that matters has called it good.
So 19-5 now, Norway. Isaac Strandon with the absolute circus shot that falls. And Mike Lee going to slowly work this one up as Fraser Posford checks back in for Hong Kong. Jakob Lenz now in to seek for Norway, off broom. Mike Lee swim move around Strandon.
Oh,
and then
crossbar,
the two-handed shot, crossbar and out. Schmidt-Fjellmer sprinting up the field. Strandon goes to be the trailer. Schmidt-Fjellmer gets beat out. That was beat before. And the pass had gone over Yupmeyer's head. So that's to be another stop here for Hong Kong.
Hong Kong putting up some solid defense the last couple plays. 22-34 now. Smutny still has had basically no danger of being caught, but Beza and Huang are both continuing to try.
The flag falls off the flag runner. We will have another heat stoppage at the 25-minute mark here. Lee up the pitch, no dodgeballs, gets through Strandon, hits the shot. 19-6.
Beza had a good look there, almost getting around Smutny.
Strandon ball handling, working with Corneliusen. Sandvik now, back to Strandon. Corneliusen, the dodgeball on the near side. Oh, and a great beater pass play there to maintain control for Norway as Sandvik gets it from Strandon. Sandvik puts the moves on Mike Lee, switches arms, goes back, spin move, up top. Schmidt-Fjellmer up top with time. Corneliusen is there with a dodgeball to prevent any high press here. Runs a crossing route with Sandvik and does do the handoff. Sandvik rips the pass behind to Helbust. Oh, to the streaking Strandon, who finishes around Luck. 20-6 now, Norway.
Strandon came streaking out of nowhere to take that pass out of the air. That was a very nice look from this Norwegian team.
Yeah, Beza with a near catch is then being asked to sub by his team. Mike Lee slowly up the pitch. Fraser Posford, far side option. Toad, near side option. Oh, and the pass to Posford is easily read by Schmidt-Fjellmer, and she takes off up the pitch. Mike Lee is going to meet her and get the wrap off. The ball comes out. It kind of goes into the feet of the Seekers. And Hey-To is the first to it. It's going to be a stop for Hong Kong. Tail falls off again. Mike Lee slowly up the pitch. Fraser Posford near side this time. Mike Lee really started to do these two-handed passes and shots. So he goes right, goes for the shot, puts it through.
Nice.
20-7.
Mike Lee continues to put up most of the offensive numbers for this Hong Kong team.
Yep, Jakob Lenz back into seek for Norway. It's been Kimberly Huang the whole time for Hong Kong. Posford beat out up high. Haugen Shaw.
Lenz does not stay in long, goes right back out.
Yep.
Just wanted the one shot. It's going to be a back to Beza for Seeker for Norway.
Bjelland near side corner to Zagenfiend. To Haugen Shaw. To Helbust. All four Norwegians touching the ball in this play. Back to Haugen Shaw. Haugen Shaw over the top to Bjelland. I mean, that hoop was knocked down. I think there was a legitimate beater race happening, and it might have even been Haagensen who knocked it down from Norway. The goal is going to be good. It is 21-7, and the stoppage here is for a heat break at the 25-minute mark.
Well, and now John Smutney also gets a break. So
John Smutney gets a break, which could extend this even longer. I do think Norway, both Lenz and Beza, have had good looks. I think they've gotten their hands within a few inches of that tail, but the difference between a few inches and catching against John Smutney could be the matter of another 15 or 20 minutes of trying.
yeah, and all of the end game things all involve the catch, right?
Yes, this game cannot end unless John Smutney is caught. There will be handicaps. You'll eventually go down to one arm, which should make it easier. And with all the dodgeballs staying in the chaser game and both teams actively trying to catch, hopefully, once the handicaps start to add up, a little bit of teamwork between the two seekers will result in John Smutney getting caught. Of course, we hope you stick with us. Team Norway has been something to watch, but just for everyone's awareness, Pitch 4 does now have the Belgium-USA game, the rematch of 2018's finals, in which the United States was able to regain gold after winning silver in 2016. Of course, you can follow along there, I believe, on quadball.one as you keep with us for the video.
Yeah, just stick with us, and just keep watch ESPN app or whatever for that. It's quadball.one is the place to go.
All right, so we're starting to come out of this heat break. John Smutney telling everyone he still feels good, giving the thumbs up now and the claps to the camera.
We still have a nice crowd cheering on our teams here on the other side. And there they go, they're cheering.
I think that's Team Australia on those far bleachers in the green uniforms. But here we go. We're going to get restarted with Fraser Posford, green headband for Hong Kong with quad ball in hand. Tim Kwan and Jess Sang, beaters for Team Hong Kong without control. Haagensen is able to take his dodgeball back to the Norwegian end here.
Jess Sang passes off the dodgeball to Tim Kwan,
And
who tries
subs
to
out for
disrupt
Shiroma Chow.
and actually hits Beza, gives Kimberly Huang a chance alone with Smutney.
Posford to Weber. Weber with a good kind of hit back to Posford. He was beat. Easy turnover. Haugen Shaw intercepts it anyway. He runs. He wants to get through. Toe is able to. His toe is beat out. Haugen Shaw misses the shot, though. Hellebuss picks it up, is beat out. Weber knocks it into the air.
And finally, that third one goes in.
Bjelland there, finally, as you say, Clay, is able to clean that one up and finish for Norway, making the score 22-7.
That's 2 point-blank shots did not go in. The third one, they really needed.
So as we come up the pitch, Posford gets pressed, and Haugen Shaw, great defense. Weber's beat out. Shiroma Chow goes for the beat and misses. That's going to give Haugen Shaw a chance. Weber, no shot.
Yeah,
Bjelland puts it through and passes it off to Posford, 23-7.
Jess Sang now in at seeker for Hong Kong. Sang officially having played all the positions other than keeper since I've been here in this game.
So Weber now. Haugen Shaw pressing. Posford with it. Posford far side, content to keep it slow here, as Sang has time on Smutny. Posford drives in. Oh, the
Sang
pass
with such a great move, almost gets it.
The pass to Toad doesn't connect. Hellebust off and running for Norway.
And now they're both, with both Sang and...
Yeah, but Hellebust back to Bjelland. Bjelland over the top. Oh, and absolutely stuffed to Zagenfiend by Posford, and Norway does not convert. Hong Kong gets the stop.
Beza and Sang were both going for the flag at the same time on 2 straight plays. It was almost happening for us over there.
So Posford slow up. Sang trying to work the swim move against Smutny.
I want Sang to do that between the legs move that they did last time one more time here.
Posford to Weber. Weber beat out there by Linfjeld. Strandon off and running, no one back. 24. Oh!
Strandon goes through the hoop!
The goal of the tournament, without a doubt. It's being called no good by Michael Clark-Polner. He's known for calling rules to a T, and I don't know what rule that broke, but I certainly know that it should not have been a card. In a game like this at World Cup, we should celebrate that athleticism. So it's going to stay 23-7
The goal should be...
in favor of...
Yeah, I'm not making interpretations
Hong
of
Kong.
rules.
We call it unsportsmanlike conduct. I will say, for Strandon's side, the entire Hong Kong bench applauded that goal and want it to count. Certainly there's no hard feelings from Team Hong Kong.
I feel like in all of our hearts, that goal counts.
I will say another thing about that goal from Strandon. The hoop did not move.
Yep.
That was the cleanest through the hoop you could possibly have.
Yeah. Although, I want to see it happen on the middle-sized hoop. I mean, this is just a short hoop.
All right, Posford picks it up. Again, score remains 23-7 here for Hong Kong trailing. Posford sees dodgeballs on the ground, head of steam. The no-look pass behind. No, it was a shot and it was good. So Strandon's in. It's now 23-8.
Strandon must not know how to effectively...
Yeah, Strandon has not tapped in.
Yeah.
No ARs seem to be yelling about it. Clay Dockery taking it upon themselves to let Strandon know to do that. So there's a discussion here. I'm unsure what it's for. Again, Norway is leading 23-8, and this game will not end until John Smutny is caught. They may be discussing whether or not this Posford shot went through the hoops. If it... No, the goal is good. It went through the hoop. Strandon now will go with the correct tap-in procedure after the good goal being let out of the box.
Yeah. They asked me when I went out there if there was another penalty for what they did, and I said it was no harm, no foul. I'm not a referee anymore, though, folks.
Schmidt-Fjellmer, ball handling for Norway, takes all the space in the world. The shot, though, to the top hoop is just wide right. No good. I believe we're just stopping here to allow the quad ball to get back into the play, just so we don't have a lot of dead time while the goal ref goes to chase the quad ball.
Also, MCP thought we might not hit 6:30 for this game, so we just need to make sure we stretch it out.
Yeah. So Beza now, chance on Smutny along with Just Sang, both seekers going at it. The Norwegian beater's looking to press. Sounds from the fan reaction like there was a close chance for Norway, but it was not to be. Posford to Weber.
Yeah.
High press here from Norway. Beater's
time-
involved.
Yeah.
That's Hugdahl. Hugdahl
Beats out
still
Weber.
pressing. Posford, though, with it. The reset has been used, but Posford can't be touched while he's in the zone. As Schmidt-Fjellmer now in the green headband for Norway. Weber now with it. Still a very, very high press from Norway.
Emma Sharona Chow is knocked out, and that leaves Hong Kong once again battling to get a dodgeball.
The Weber stiff arm gives him enough time to get his Posford. Posford back to Weber, marked by Schmidt-Fjellmer. Goes right or goes left with the cross hand move. Strandon knocks the ball out. Weber still first to it though. Weber gets the pass off. Bobbled there by Nicholas Fu, and then Fu is beat out. So this is going to be Norway ball.
Meanwhile, in the middle of the field, Beza just going hard at Smutny.
Lenz now, Jakob Lenz now. Seeking. Tail falls off.
Tail falls off, yeah. And Beza is going to sub out again.
Zegenfiend.
That was an intense minute from Beza, just really trying to end this game.
Schmidt-Fjellmer, pump fake, goes through it, then Fu knocks it down, knocks it out. That's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Norway ball for the Schmidt-Fjellmer inbound. She takes it immediately. Jives, far side, and then the pass behind to Helbust. Helbust cannot put it through, but the Norway tried to throw it up. That was Zagenfiend, but it knocked into Tim Kwan, who was running a direct beeline back to his hoop, which knocked it into Hong Kong's hands as Posford slowly at the pitch. Weber now, far side, again a very high press from Norway, not even allowing Hong Kong to get onto their half. Beza back in to seek for Norway as well, and catches.
And that catch, Smutny was thinking that the flag was coming off and had reached back to try to put it back on. I think unless it had already come off, the catch should be good here, because if the equipment was defective, Smutny would have needed to go down in order to adjust.
Indeed. I did not have an eye on it, but the way you explain it, I would expect it to be good. The only dodgeball coming zooming into the play was thrown by a Norwegian player, I believe, so there would not be a beat. And a catch by Christian Beza would obviously end this game in favor of Norway. It would make this final score 27-8.
Is that our highest score of the day?
Catch stands. It's the highest score that I've been a part of. Can't talk for the other pitches here we've had today.
Definitely the highest score I've been a part of, and the highest one I've seen, and it is good.
So Christian Beza with the catch on John Smutny ends it for this one. Norway wins. Final score 27-8. Hong Kong officially at the 2022 World Cup will go winless on day one in pool play. Norway moves to 1-2, and their game in the last time slot of the day against African nations will determine which of those two teams joins the USA and Belgium to advance to the championship bracket from Pool A.
So here on this field, the 550 game is next, which is not going to be at 550, but it is between Australia and Brazil. So please stick around here to check that out. USA and Belgium is still going on over there on the other field.
Looks like Austria and Mexico is also still live. So head to the IQA YouTube page, choose either pitch 2 or pitch 4, and then join us again. We'll call it about 20 minutes for that Australia-Brazil game. But with that, we will sign off. Thank you very much.